Imagine sinking your teeth into a fluffy, flavorful, and entirely meat-free meal that's sure to tickle your taste buds. Picture this, a steaming plate of vegetarian lasagna, each layer brimming with garden-fresh vegetables, rich tomato sauce, and gooey melted cheese. A symphony of flavors that dance on your tongue. A delight not just for your palate, but for your soul. This isn't just a dish, it's an experience, one that you've crafted with your own two hands. Ready to embark on this culinary journey? Let's dive right in. To create this masterpiece, you're going to need a few special ingredients. Let's start with the heart of our dish, the vegetables. We'll need some fresh zucchini, bell peppers, and mushrooms. These will give our lasagna a delightful crunch and a burst of flavors. Then we'll need lasagna noodles, the building blocks of our dish. We're also going to need some creamy ricotta cheese, tangy marinara sauce, and a blend of mozzarella and Parmesan to create that perfect cheesy layer. To add a little kick, we'll use a mix of herbs and spices, including basil, oregano, and a pinch of red pepper flakes. Now let's talk about the tools we'll need. A sharp knife for slicing our veggies, a large pot for boiling our noodles, and a deep baking dish to assemble and bake our lasagna. With these items ready, you're all set to start cooking. Every great dish starts with fresh, quality ingredients, and our lasagna is no exception. The first step in our vegetable preparation is a thorough washing. It's crucial to rid your veggies of any dirt or tiny critters that might be lurking. So, let's start by holding each vegetable under cool running water and gently scrubbing with our hands or a soft brush. Remember, cleanliness is next to deliciousness. Next, we'll tackle the peeling. For some veggies, like our carrots and potatoes, peeling is a must. Grab your trusty peeler and with a firm grip, remove the outer layers. But for others, like zucchini and eggplant, the skin adds a lovely texture to our lasagna. So let's leave those as they are. Now, onto the chopping. A good chop not only ensures even cooking, but also helps to release the flavors and aromas of our veggies. For our lasagna, we want bite-sized pieces. So let's aim for half-inch cubes. Start with a clean, stable cutting board and a sharp knife. Safety first, folks. Slice off the ends of your veggies, then cut them lengthwise. Lay the flat side down for stability and cut into strips. Turn and slice across to create perfect cubes. For our leafy greens like spinach, a rough chop will do. Just bunch up the leaves and run your knife through them a few times. And let's not forget about our aromatic garlic and onions. For these flavor powerhouses, a fine mince is what we're after. So, let's chop them up real nice and small. A quick tip: to avoid crying over the onions, chill them in the fridge before chopping. And for the garlic, smash the clove with the flat side of your knife before mincing. This releases the oils and makes it easier to chop. So there you have it. All our veggies are washed, peeled, and chopped. They're ready to be transformed into a delicious lasagna that's bursting with flavor and packed full of nutrients. Now that your veggies are prepped, it's time to bring the heat. The secret to a flavorful vegetarian lasagna lies in perfectly cooked vegetables. Now it's time to bring those prepped veggies to life. We will kick things off with a nice sauté, which is a surefire way to unlock the flavors hidden within your vegetables. The order in which you sauté your veggies can make a big difference, so let's dive right into it. We'll begin with the onions. Onions are a fantastic base for any dish, offering a sweet and savory foundation that sets the stage for the rest of the ingredients. As the onions start to turn translucent, we'll add in the garlic. Garlic is a potent flavor booster, but it can burn easily, so adding it after the onions have had a head start ensures it cooks just right. Following the garlic, we'll introduce the bell peppers. Their sweet and slightly tangy taste will add another layer of depth to our dish. As they start to soften, we'll bring in the zucchini and eggplant. These two veggies have a high water content, and sautéing them will help to evaporate some of that moisture, concentrating their flavors. Now, with all our veggies in the pan, it's time to let them get to know each other, stirring occasionally to ensure even cooking. As they start to caramelize, their natural sugars will come out, giving our lasagna a beautiful depth of flavor. Next, we'll pour in the marinara sauce. This rich, tomato-based sauce will infuse our vegetables with even more flavor, turning this into a truly hearty dish. We'll let everything simmer together, allowing the veggies to soak up the sauce and the flavors to meld together. Remember, patience is key here. The longer you let it simmer, the more the flavors will develop. But keep an eye on it. You don't want it to dry out completely. With your veggies cooked to perfection, you're just a few steps away from a mouth-watering lasagna. So, let's move on to the next exciting part, assembling and baking our vegetarian lasagna. Now comes the fun part, assembling your lasagna. Firstly, let's preheat the oven to a cozy 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven is heating up, let's get to the layering. Grab your lasagna pan, and let's start building this culinary masterpiece. Start by ladling a thin layer of your vegetable marinara mixture onto the bottom of the pan. This will prevent the noodles from sticking, and also gives your lasagna a solid foundation. Now arrange your lasagna noodles in a single layer over the sauce. Don't worry if they overlap a little, it's all part of the charm. Next, spread a generous layer of your creamy ricotta cheese over the noodles. This adds a wonderful creaminess that complements the tanginess of the marinara sauce. Now it's time for another layer of that delicious vegetable marinara mixture, followed by a sprinkle of mozzarella, because who doesn't love a bit of extra cheese? Repeat these layers until you run out of ingredients, or your pan is nearly full. Remember to save a bit of mozzarella for the top layer though. We want that gorgeous golden brown finish. Once your lasagna tower is complete, cover it with aluminum foil, ensuring it doesn't touch the cheese. We don't want the cheese sticking to the foil now, do we? Slip your lasagna into the preheated oven and let it bake for about 45 minutes. After that, remove the foil and let it bake for another 10 to 15 minutes, or until the cheese on top is bubbly and golden brown. Once done, let it rest for about 10 minutes before cutting into it. This allows the lasagna to set and makes it easier to serve. And there you have it! A vegetarian lasagna that's as delicious as it is nutritious. Bon appetit!